Hey everyone, it's Santana with Redfin, and I just want to go over a buyer's guide to new construction. So, one of the questions I get is why new versus resale? One, less maintenance cost in the first year. New homes will typically have a 1 year bumper to bumper warranty and a longer structural warranty, typically 10 years. The appliances and mechanical equipment also come with warranties. You have no sellers to deal with. Builders take the emotional aspect out of the sale and are focused solely on their bottom line and reputation. Equity. New homes can be a great investment, especially if you're in one of the first phases. This is also the opportunity to make it your own if the builder does allow customization. Typically, it's on a first come, first served basis, so there's no bidding wars with other buyers, especially helpful in a low inventory seller's market. However, it does depend on the builder. It is builder specific. Some builders will let you do the first come, first serve. Others will want you to put in an offer as if you were offering on an existing structure. The next question I always get is why do you need an agent and how does an agent bring value? It's a biggie. Representation through the transaction. An agent is on your side and your advocate throughout the process from start to finish. We understand the construction process and the stages, from the negotiations to the design center to construction meetings, inspections, and etc. We negotiate on your behalf because we know the right questions to ask to ensure that you're getting the best deal possible. Most builders will not discount their price in order to keep prices increasing, but there are ways to save through incentives and credits. We're super knowledgeable about the contracts because every contract is different, so it's important to have someone on your side to point out any red flags. Most of all, we have the experience. Over 20% of Redfin's transactions in the Triangle area are new construction. We know what to look for throughout the process, and how to address concerns. So here's some helpful tips and common misconceptions. Be ready to write a check, even if it's to hold the lot to give you more time to think. But remember, the checks are usually non-refundable. Do not be afraid to use the builder's lender or attorney. There can be incredible savings and they know the process. Also, there is a human factor. A new construction home will never be perfect. Also, don't outprice the comps in the design center. This is such a huge mistake. We get so excited about all the bells and whistles you can put into a home, and you wind up outpricing and going beyond your budget. Remember, the sales rep is always working for the builder and the seller. Don't think that you can get a better deal without using an agent. This is one of the biggest misconceptions, as builders have already built in the commissions regardless of whether you use an agent or not. Inspections. They are super important before and after closing. A lot of times, contractors have what we call walkaways, and that's exactly what it sounds like. A contractor gets a phone call, it's time for a break, and they simply just walk away. And when it's time to come back from that break, they usually start on a different project. Inspectors are fantastic at spotting and reporting those walkaways during an inspection. But most buyers forego the inspection during the building process and have one performed prior to the 1 year warranty expiration. Don't do this. There are non-common stages of the building process, the contract and selections. In this stage, you'll finalize the base contract, choose exterior elevation and color, and finalize any structural changes if this is an option from the builder. The design center. This is where you make the selections on finishes, cabinets, countertops, hardware, and lighting. But be careful in this stage because it can put you over budget or over comps. The pre-construction meeting. This is where you meet your on-site construction manager at the sales lot or the office. You're able to walk through any of the final changes to the structure, plumbing, and electrical. Then the construction begins. And of course, this is after the permits are approved. This can take about 1 to 4 months. This is when the foundation and framing take place, or we call drying the home in. The pre-drywall meeting. This is where the electrical, plumbing, the rough HVAC, and sometimes insulation are installed. Some buyers hire an inspector prior to this meeting, usually less than standard though. Make sure you take photos of the plumbing behind the walls and the electrical behind the walls. It's super important. From this point, it's commonly about 8 weeks, give or take, until completion. And then, of course, the construction continues. The drywall goes up, the flooring, the paint, interior plumbing, and electrical finishes. And throughout the stage, the builder will be creating their own punch list along the way. Finally, we're getting close. You have your orientation or the pre-close walkthrough, or what we call the blue tape parade. This is your opportunity to point out any blemishes or necessary repairs to the home. Point out everything you see. The builder will discuss the functions of the appliances, warranties, fireplace outlets, and etc. Have your inspection a few days prior to this so it's ready to discuss with the builder. Then you have your final walkthrough. This is usually done the morning of closing. You confirm that all the blemishes and repairs have been completed, and oftentimes you discuss the mailbox number and location along with the HOA and amenities. And finally, it's closing day. Congrats! You're home. And it's really that simple. I know it seems like it can be a daunting process to build a home, but when you have the right agent that's on your side, we can help you find or help you build the house that has your heart.